We all woke up with some serious drama over at Fox Sports this morning, man. Him dating her behind the scenes, maybe cheating, inappropriate behavior going on.
Man, this thing is layered, and it is a lot going on. So, like you said, the sports media world was rocked by a 42-page lawsuit by a Hollywood hairdresser named Notion Farahi, who worked for Fox Sports from 2012 to 2024. And these allegations involve a lot of information about all of these high-figure profiles over at Fox Sports, including Skip Bayless, who is like their top personality, Charlie Dixon, who is the executive vice president, and Joy Taylor and Emmanuel Aiko, who are all on a morning show there, and two of the top personalities as well.
I don't even know what the accusations are of Skip Bayless, but he's guilty. He just seems like a person that would be creepy, and he's guilty no matter what it is.
They're pretty, they're pretty bad. She alleges that Skip was making passes at her for a lot of the time that she was there by touching on her, saying nasty things, and then offering her $1.5 million for sexual favors.
Oh, that's a compliment, though.
All alleged. Well, I mean, the man did aim high.
Yeah.
1.5 million.
1.5 million. Did she turn that down?
She did.
Huh.
She claims.
Man.
She better than me.
What an insult for Skip. Like, what do I got to offer? That's a lot of money.
1.5 is a lot of money. So that was.
Let's be like that is. We jest and we joke, but
Yes,
that is highly inappropriate of him to put her in that position because he is a person of power.
Yes.
And when you have a hairdresser and you're touching her inappropriately and making her uncomfortable, and you feel like you can't say anything because you're going to lose your job, not cool.
How do you even get that payment? Like, do you Zelle her? Do you write her a check? Like, do you just slide her
Leave it under
cash?
the bed in cash.
Yeah, that's not a Venmo.
Yeah,
What's the emoji for that?
Cha-ching.
You know, I didn't read it in depth this morning, but she was saying that the hugs lingered a little bit too long. Is that it?
Yeah, the hugs would linger a lot longer than she wanted, and he would press his body against hers all the time and flirt with her in ways that was obviously inappropriate for
Nasty.
work.
Not cool.
Now, that was the light part of the lawsuit because that's the part of the lawsuit that they can't really prove per se.
Yeah.
But apparently there's a lot of evidence to prove the rest of this, so Joy Taylor is one of the more popular personalities there. And it's kind of, I guess, ironic, you can say, that this is happening to her because she became well known for somewhat, people would say, bullying women in saying that in order to get to this position where I am in Fox Sports and just in sports media, I had to work twice as hard and I didn't do a lot of the things that other women did in order to get ahead because she was different.
So she's basically calling women out for taking that 1.5 mil.
She stood on business with that for years. So now you get this lawsuit that's coming out where alleged in 2016, she was at a dinner with the hairdresser, with Nushin, and she was also with her husband, who Joy Taylor was married to at that time. And they were all at a dinner with Charlie Dixon, who is the executive vice president of the network, and he was with his wife. So these three couples are all at a dinner. And apparently at that time, Joy Taylor's husband felt something was off with the body language between Joy and the executive vice president, Charlie Dixon. And so he started to do some snooping to figure out if his suspicions were right. Turns out they were. She was actually having an affair on her husband with the executive vice president of the network.
The dude that was at the table, they're all eating together.
The dude that was at the table with his wife. And
Trying to hide in plain sight.
So just when you thought that was the end of it, it turned out that wasn't even the end of it because her co-host, who is Emmanuel Aiko, who used to play linebacker in the NFL and is also on the same show with her, she was also sleeping with him at the same exact time.
Yeah.
Just when you thought it couldn't get worse.
Oh my God.
This thing keeps going. So allegedly, she started to talk to Emmanuel in order to just get any kind of placement on the show. But they brought her on the show as someone who was temporary and would just come in and do segments. She wanted to be full-time. That's allegedly the time when she started to take passes at Charlie, the executive vice president, in order to become full-time. To which he then allegedly went to Skip Bayless, who can't stand Joy, which ironically, he can't stand Joy because he feels like Joy is always trying to make passes at the men in the office, and he didn't want to be caught up in any of this, so he didn't want anything to do with Joy. But because Charlie Dixon, the executive vice president, and Skip Bayless are good friends, he told Skip, do me a favor and hire her. Skip did it, not knowing that Charlie and Joy were having an affair behind both of the backs of their spouses at the time.
What a mess.
So all of this is now coming out, and it's getting more interesting because Emmanuel Aiko had a video online where he was seemingly praising Joy Taylor about her professionalism, and oddly enough, he deleted it.
Just got done with rehearsal for the new show Speak, and I got to take a moment to shout out my co-host Joy Taylor. A woman, a black woman, daily show, sports. Do you all realize how hard it is to get into the position that she is in? So often there's misogyny and sexism running rampant in sports, and we don't even care what women have to say in sports. But Joy is not only in the position on television as a woman, as a black woman, but as an opinionist. So not just asking men what they think, but providing her own unique and distinct insight. It's hard to do, and Joy, you have done it. So congratulations. Looking forward to working with you, and hope y'all tune in 4:30 to 6 Eastern every day starting next week.
Sounds like she was in a lot of positions.
True indeed.
Whoa.
So he deleted that video immediately. And so obviously there's suspicions there. Now, where it takes a turn for the
Because
absolute worst.
there's no reason to delete that video.
Why would you delete it, right? And where it takes a turn for the worse is there's alleged proof that Joy told the hairdresser that if this did come out, her plan was to lie and say that Charlie Dixon assaulted her and he came on to her and that she couldn't say no. And so that was her plan. And that's when the hairdresser, I believe, said, I can't in good conscience let this go down this way. And she filed this lawsuit. And now Fox Sports has decided, at least for yesterday, to allow Joy and Emmanuel to still have their jobs and to go on like nothing was happening.
Well, of course they have, because they want the looky-loos and people tuning in.
Bingo.
Well,
and so now Fox is under heat for that.
Yeah, because I think that in most cases, companies would say, okay, this is an allegation right now, but we're going to take you guys off the air while we investigate. But now, yes, people will tune in to see, oh, I see the body language now, so they can get ratings. But if he he clearly recorded that video doubling down on her career. If they find out that that was all a lie and a cover-up, they're all done.
And I think that's what makes it worse is the fact that Emmanuel and Joy both would make a lot of videos saying things just like this about how hard she's had to work and how other women have not put in the work that she has. And then all of this drops. It's layered. I told y'all.
Dude, that is messy.
It's a lot, man.
Really, really messy.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, right? They're going to need a clean slate on what we're talking about, February 7th.
Absolutely.
Because January 1st is not working for them.
Yeah, do it again.
The Bert Show.